Welcome back to the We Are City channel for FC 25 Rebuild Career Mode in Season 3, where we're doing pretty good so far. We've got our ups and downs, but we're starting to steady things out. To start today's episode, some nice news actually, in that Xavi Simons has returned to first team training sessions around 2 weeks' time. He'll be back in the team, which is good to see because he had a really good start to the season, did Xavi Simons. And in terms of what to expect in today's episode, what is the calendar got in store for us? Well, it's got a game against Brighton at home, which we'll simulate. We're going to play Sporting at home in the Champions League. We're going to play Crystal Palace away in the Premier League. I'm going to play Newcastle United away in the Carabao Cup as well. Another Premier League side drawn for Manchester City. Now in the Premier League, we currently sit in second place in the league table. After 14 games, we are trailing league leaders Arsenal, but not by much. Chelsea and Brighton only 1 and 2 points behind us as well. Let's get into the first game against Brighton in fourth at home. And in fact, that's going to change the schedule. Brighton in fourth, surely are a side that we've got to play, in fact. And maybe we'll simulate the Sporting game instead and place one at Brighton at home because they are fourth in the league table. In the Champions League, I think we're doing okay. 2-1 against Dortmund in the last one. I think we'll be in a good position. Maybe we'll simulate Champions League 1. I want to get to around this stage anyway with 3 games today's episode. Let's decide for Brighton today. We are going to play that Brighton game because of where they are, second versus fourth. Costa will start in goal. Is Frimpong, Cassano, Vardiel and Camavinga at the back four. A midfield 5 of Rodri, Foden, Savinho, Marmoush and Edison. Erling Haaland, of course, leads the line. On the bench, we've got Oskarsson, Bob, Doku, Luis Diaz, Cambiasso, Nico, Wharton and Milinkovic-Savic. So Etihad Stadium, second versus fourth. Manchester City take on Brighton. Brighton only 2 points. They trail us. A win here today at the Etihad would put them ahead of us by 1 point. It's actually quite tight at the top between us, Brighton, Arsenal, the league leaders, and of course Chelsea in third place as well. They have changed their transfer sort of plan a little bit, haven't they, Brighton, and their criteria of what they sign. And mostly they sign players under 23, young players from around Europe and around South America as well. Unknown superstars for the future. Brighton this time in the last few transfer windows have gone for more experienced players. And that will be shown today in the starting 11 for Brighton, who are captained by former Wolves and FC Porto man Ruben Neves. He is in that Brighton midfield. Let's see how they do line up to take on Manchester City today. So this is the Brighton side, then starting a 4-2-3-1 for Fabian Herzl, who continues to develop his Brighton team. Van der Bruggen is still in goal. It is Lima, Vivian, Kashan and Stupinian the back four. The midfield, Captain Ruben Neves there, Natanga. It's Minte, Gruda and Mitoma in behind Harry Kane, who leads the line. What a sign he is for Brighton. Camavinga. Route 1 to Haaland. Marmoush. Behind to Savinho. Lima just gets there. He's actually put it behind for a corner. And stopping Savinho getting on the end of it. Corner Manchester City to be taken by Marmoush. Lifted in. Rodri heads it. Into the ground by Rodri. Powers it up. And powers it down into the ground, up and over the bar. Here's Brighton on the counter here. Harry Kane's not really got the pace to get away from us. I mean, Kane was instrumental in Bayern's destruction of us in the semi-finals last season. As Brian Gruder's played in here and Kasanov makes a good block. Frimpong. Drive from Jeremy Frimpong here. Frimpong across the box. Did beat a Stupinian, but then the pullback was weak. He dealt with by Brighton. The last few weeks we've been a little bit poor, this City side. We've hit a bit of a blip. Gruder there past Kasanov. He's looking for Kane. And Gruder will shoot here! What a strike from Gruder. Off the post and in. And City behind against Brighton. And this poor form continues for Manchester City. It's too easy. Off goes Gruder. From the edge of the box. You don't think he's going to beat the goalkeeper from there, but he does do. What a finish. Off the post past Costa and in. No clean sheet. City's defence that started the season so well. Changed completely in the last few episodes. He only gets it taken off his feet by Mitoma, but the opposition pressing very aggressively. Rodri, Edison, 3 to aim for. Into Foden. Phil Foden hits one. It's into the hands of the Bruggen. Here's Eduardo Camavinga. Wide to Savinho. Conrad Lima beaten initially. Can't get past him. I mean, Marmoush hardly been involved at the moment. Feels like he's not in the game, Omar Marmoush at all here. Gruder. Vardiel quickly out and across Mitoma. Middle to Harry Kane here. Oh, what a ball by Kane. Yakuma Minte pulls it back here and Gruder doubles the lead for Brighton. City are 2-0 down. What is this Manchester City side doing at the moment? Yakuba Minte pulls it back. A tap-in for Gruder from the edge of the box. Both beat Costa. Brighton 2, Manchester City 0. Savinho. He gives it away, and City, everything we do. He's cheap, he's poor, he's wrong. Kane, across to Mitoma is. Up against Kusanov. Mitoma! And a good save by Costa and away by Kusanov to Foden. I just don't feel like in the build-up we're able to open up Brighton like we should be able to. Ederson into Haaland here. Back wide to Foden by Camavinga. Good pass, Foden. In behind to Marmoush here. Marmoush is in. Brilliant goal by City. 2-1. Good creation by Phil Foden. Lifts it over for Marmoush, who scores and pulls us back up into this game now. What a ball this is by Phil Foden here. Lifts it in behind Marmoush, one touch. Pass for Bergen. 2-1 back in this one. That's a good start to second half, City. Let's keep it going. Foden here, good play by Phil Foden. Into Jeremy Frimpong. Frimpong with space. Frimpong in. Marmoush is in there. Howell is waiting. Could have gambled there, Erling Haaland, but seemed to be unwilling to. Frimpong can't win it. Counter again for the opposition. Mitoma. Crosses Vardiol. Brilliant by Joshko. Oh, he gives it straight back to him, trying to be clever. And Harry Kane's going to punish us as he knows, saved by Costa. And away by Camavinga. Rodri. Caught out. Gruder. Minte. Yakuba Minte save. Back to Harry Kane. That's game over. 3-1 Brighton. Well, this certainly isn't going to be an easy title race for Manchester City. With 3-1 down to Brighton here. Docu on for Savinho, but we bang out of form at the moment. Ederson. Rodri. Needs some support, something. White to Doku. Trying to create a bit of magic, Doku, which he does do. Doku. Back to Haaland here. Fires it in for 3-2. Well, City could rescue a draw. Great play from Jeremy Doku. Exactly what I want to see from our left-hand side player. Pass the fullback. Pull it back. Haaland with a really good finish. 3-2. Oscarson. White to Doku. Doku. Oh, tries it. Did he need to? Did he need to is the question. Lima. I think he can't read it. 2 added minutes, but Brighton have got 4 on 2 here. City are pushing bodies forward. Yakuba Minte. Crossing towards Mitoma. Great save by Costa. A melee in the box. Cambiasso. Behind for a goal kick somehow. 20 seconds remain. Cassano forward to Foden. Flicked onto Bob. Full-time whistle goes. A 3-2 defeat for Manchester City. And our poor form continues. And this title race this season is going to be a really tough one. That's bad, really bad from City. Really bad. Well, there are big questions to ask the Pep Guardiola's side, because up next with a simulation against Spurs in the Champions League, a 2-0 defeat for City at home at the Etihad. Harder and Diouf with the goals in the 83rd minute and the 18th minute. No, the 16th minute. Pep Guardiola's Manchester City are crumbling. So things aren't looking good in the Premier League at the moment. We are 8 points behind league leaders Arsenal. We have lost 2, drawn 5 and won 8. And Brighton are out of us after that defeat at the Etihad. And away we go next to Crystal Palace, who are mid-table side in 9th, and they are above Man United, who've got exactly the same record pretty much. In the Champions League, things are not looking great either for City, because the automatic qualification stages, we have to finish in the top 8. That is looking unlikely to finish in the top 8 for this Manchester City side. We currently sit in 15th place on 9 points. So from our last, 6, 7, 8, 2 more games, I think it is that you played. You play 8 games, I think. So we need to be getting quite a few points to be finished in that top 8 and get that automatic qualification spot. Otherwise, we're then going to extra knockout rounds, extra games, after we've started the season really poorly. I've made changes. I feel I had to make changes, and I still might make more changes if it doesn't work today. Costa will start in goal. It's Cambiasso, Diaz, Vardiol and Camavinga in the back 4. Bob, Lewis, Nico, Doku and Rodri in the midfield 5. Haaland up top. Oscarson, Savinho, Marmoush, Foden, Kusanov, Jimabar, Frimpong, Wharton and Milinkovic-Savic on the bench. Let's see how it goes with this, but I'm happy to change formation if these tactics continue to not work. But away at Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace versus Manchester City, and a big task for this City side to try and win here today after some really poor performances throughout the season so far, especially in the last few episodes. Our form just seems to have dropped off massively. Already there on the Crystal Palace side, I've noticed that they have got a former youth player in Pablo Maffeo. They spent big this summer on bringing Jonathan David in as their star striker up top, who was scoring the goals for Chelsea last year. They've also got Zach Trollis there as well, Ismail Sarr. They're a mid-table side, and they might even push themselves up towards Europe. This is the Crystal Palace side we're going to come up against then in a 5-2-3 formation. Starting with the goal, it's Dominic Grief in goal. Maffeo, Lacroix, Sharp, Holding and Gaia the back five. Amada and Phillips in the midfield too, with Sarr, David and Trollis up top. They've got Ryan Sessegnon on the bench there, and if you will, a Romanese on the bench. City have struggled to try and keep hold of possession really throughout this season. Sarr's done Vardiol there. And it could be big trouble straight away. And it's Ismail Sarr, and it's well smothered by Costa. Pass a play, but we'll go with it. Camavinga. Space for Cambiasso away from fullback. Cambiasso. Nico. Haaland. Back to Nico. Rico Lewis on towards Oscar Bob. Back in behind to Rico Lewis, who gets there. Rico Lewis pulls it back. Haaland is there with the header. Not back football. Cambiasso can't blow out across the far post of Sarr, who heads it up and over onto the crossbar. Well, Diogo Costa, I think, was one of our standout players last season. One of the players this season. This year, just don't feel as comfortable with him in goal for some reason. He's higher rated than ever. Doku. Inside from Doku. From Lacroix. Away from him. Lays it off. Rodri strikes one blocked away. Jonathan David. Oh, Diaz and Vardiol struggling. David shoots. Good save by Costa. Kept in by Cambiasso into Costa's hands. Good defending by Cambiasso, who I think at the moment is ahead of Frimpong in the pecking order. Rico Lewis. Through to Haaland, who's on. Good ball by Rico. Haaland's away. Erling Haaland. 1-0 Manchester City. More like it today. Did really well defensively there, actually. Costa saved us in the one-on-one situation. Good ball through by Rico Lewis, and Erling Haaland scores. And Lewis has been more creative than Phil Foden. I genuinely do believe that. Good finish by Haaland. City 1-0 up here. Rodri holds off David like he's not there. Oh, ref! There was a foul there, clearly. Through to David. Diaz can't stop him. On to David and into the inside of bar, and Palace equalise. A foul on Rodri not given. Ruben Diaz can't recover. And Jonathan David, what a finish, 1-1. And all our hard work is thrown away in minutes. Haaland's gone again here. Rico Lewis finds him again. Haaland's it again. Haaland again. Right down the goalkeeper's throat. Through to Oscar Bob by Rico Lewis. And here's Oscar Bob. And Oscar Bob, and a good save by the keeper. Back onto Nico. Doku. That's Maffeo. Tries to recover. Here's the box to Rico Lewis here. Rico Lewis! Oh! Haaland's in. Onside. Haaland this time! 2-1. We've looked a lot better today of Manchester City. And Erling Haaland makes it 2 on a double today. An assist for captain Rodri. Again, a threaded ball through to Haaland is the way through that breaks them open. Vardiol. Wrong side of his man. So, it's so easy. 2-2. Immediate reply within 1 minute from Crystal Palace. Ruben Diaz just can't get across in time. Nico, back in behind to Doku, great play. Doku here for City, Doku. Doku! Doku! Save by the keeper. Oh, I've had chances today. Rodri. Cambiasso. Bob. Cambiasso. Back to Haaland for the chance, and he doesn't catch it. And he's down there at the goalkeeper. Here's Gaia. He's got runners here, and Jonathan David and others. Gaia into the middle here towards Amada. The ball in behind is brilliant. And it's trouble for City, and Palace put it in the top corner. Trollis for the goal. Cambiasso and Jimabar lose him. We've gone from the best defence in the Premier League to the worst within a matter of weeks. Savinho for Oscar Bob, Marmouche for Doku. Savinho. Still Savinho here. You're playing well, Savinho. Great skill by Savinho. And Haaland defend. Oh, my word. Our own player blocks him off. Backward top to Marmoush here. Just to flick it down, Rodri. Rodri just decides not to even go for that. Doesn't even battle for that, Rodri. Club captain. Club captain. And David's away. Vardy with a great challenge. What is our club captain doing there? Savinho. Full time, another 3-2 defeat. This time to Palace. And that's 3 defeats from 3 for Manchester City. And it feels like Pep Guardiola's lost the dressing room here. It really does feel like this could be the end of the Guardiola era. We've done the rebuild. We won the league last year. This year, we're out of the title race already. That's it. We're out of the title race now. We're going to be 11 points off Arsenal now. After 15 games, 11 points off Arsenal. Unbelievable. So Newcastle's won today's episode in the Carabao Cup, and we have made changes to our side. And hopefully changes that come out positively, I guess. We are playing a 4-3-3. We've changed things tactically. Captain-wise will be on that field will be Oshko Vardiol. And this is the time we go with. So in goal starts Sergej Vanya Milinkovic, sorry. It's Frimpong, Jumabah, Captain Vardiol, and Cambias, so the back 4. A midfield 3 of Rico Lewis, Nico Gonzalez, and Adam Wharton. Hopefully can keep the ball a bit better in that midfield 3. It's Savinho on the right, Marmoush on the left, and Oskarsson up top of the bench. You've got Haaland, McAdoo, Makasa, Foden, Rodri, Camavinga, O'Reilly, and Ruben Diaz. One of the Premier League side City will face off against in the Carabao Cup. We are in bad form, losing 4 from our last 4 in today's episode. 2-3-2 wins, defeats, sorry. I shouldn't say wins. 2-3-2 defeats and 1 2-0 defeat against a Newcastle side that have heavily invested in their team over the years. However, what I would say is about this Newcastle side, looking from what they're about to bring out here in the Carabao Cup, knowing that it's a chance to rotate, they seem to have rotated heavily. However, they don't seem to have rotated in the forward positions with 27-year-old 6'4" goal machine Alexander Isak expected to start, and does start alongside Ryan Cherki and Anthony Gordon in that front 3. Let's see how the other parts of the Newcastle team is with Devin Hanko there. I think other rotated players, especially even in the goalkeeper role. Newcastle sides, they do rotate at the back, but not much, and a little bit in midfield. So in goal starts Martin Dubravka. Ollie Prince, David Hanko, Kelly and Ryan Nuri make up the back 4. It's Hayden and Larson in midfield 2 with Curtis Jones in front. Cherki, Isak, Gordon that front 3. No Tonali, no Guimaraes, no Amora, no Politano, Botman or Kraft. They are all on the bench for Newcastle United. Pep Guardiola goes to Rico again. It's Cambiasso playing off the left today. And towards Marmoush, who set off straight away. Marmoush here. Oh, my Marmoush tries to bend one. Good chance, good attempt. Well, he's been poor for Marmoush like the rest of the City side. Prince here, who I think is a player who's come from the Newcastle youth system. Oh, Cambiasso there. Outdone by the Ryan Cherki, who does a bit of a nutmeg on the Italian Cherki. Jumabah with a foot in. Ball through to goal Larson here. Savic off his line. Good save by the Serb. Maybe Adam Wharton's not played enough football this season as he pings her in there brilliantly to Frimpong. And in behind to Savinho. And Newcastle opened up here. And it's Savinho. And Savinho gives City the lead. Adam Wharton there, pivotal in City creating that chance. And we're in front here through Savinho. Really good play. Really good play. And Savinho scores off the right-hand side. Maybe that's where he wants to play, Savinho. Good play by him. Burst through. Bends it to that far corner. I mean, we've kept things a little bit more simple in our lineup. Just gone with 3 midfielders. 3 midfielders, 4 defenders, 2 attacking fullbacks, 2 attacking wingers. That's poor from Oskarsson. One behind us now in trouble. Gordon on towards Isak. Vardiol chases. Back to Gordon. Savic off his line here. Gordon puts it wide of the post. Rico Lewis. Adam Wharton. That's silly by me, but I mean Savinho there. He asked him to make the run, decides against it. Isak. Mr. Jumabah and Vardiol's there. Oh, you can't lose it there. The captain. Hugo Larson. Larson! Oh my word, puts it wide. And again we give it away. And a ball behind towards Isak here. And Vardiol across and Isak with a great spin and Isak scores 1-1. Well done. Well done. Simple passes given away and Newcastle score. It's crap. It's terrible. If your team can't pass a football, you have to start to worry. I mean, again! Every first touch is useless. I have no faith in him at the moment. Wharton plays a great pass into Frimpong. Savinho back over top to Jeremy Frimpong here. Oscarson in the middle. Frimpong in. Oscarson on his own! Free header puts it wide. You can't head a football in EAFC 25. Impossible to score a header. Instead of Vardiol, cleared away. Savinho is there. Savinho! Oh, good save by Dubravka. Kamavinga will come on as well, maybe at some point. Marmouche against the fullback here, and he spun Prince Omar Marmouche here. And he plays Oscarson brilliantly. Oscarson! Oh, should score, save by Dubravka. Oh, Adam Wharton. Terrible pass. Isakson again here. Isakson again. Savic with another brilliant save. Ball through to Wharton's terrible. He doesn't even dive in to try and win it. Not interested. Guimaraes. What a ball. Isak again. Jumabar off the line, really. And Savic away towards Nico. Back out Nico. Mikasa. Wharton. Over top to Mikasa. What a ball. Back down. Hounds in the middle. What more can I do? Into Marmouche. Omar. Oh, I tried to do too much there, but I wanted to go to Haaland. He was just not interested at all. And that is full-time 1-1. Will there be extra time in the Carabao Cup? I think they might be. Well, straight to penalties it is. That makes me think we're going out. Isak beats Savic. Good penalty from the Swede. Phil Foden to take number 1 for City. On the top left-hand corner. Foden scores. 1-1. Anthony Gordon versus Vanya Milinkovic-Savic. The big 6'8" goalkeeper, but he still can't get across. Goal from Gordon. Marmouche is next. No, bottom right-hand corner. Omar Marmouche dispatches it well. 2-2. Hanko. Saved by the big man, Savic. Young Divine Mikasa here. Top right-hand corner saved by Dubravka. Amora. Savic should save, doesn't save. Captain Vardiol. Good goal by Vardiol, bottom right-hand corner. Tonali, the captain for Newcastle. Savic should save. Erling Haaland for City. Dispatches that with ease, powers it in. Bruno Guimaraes for Newcastle. Savic makes the save. And it's down to Nico Gonzalez for Manchester City. I went bottom right and it didn't do it. Saved by Savic again. Nico O'Reilly this time. The youngster to win it. Scores for Manchester City off the bar and in. We end the episode going through in the Carabao Cup after a really difficult episode again. And it's young Nico O'Reilly off the bench, off the crossbar. And the penalty sends us through in the Carabao Cup. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please like it. Our performance is way below par for Manchester City at the moment. We need to improve, but one positive is we're going through in the Carabao Cup. What a penalty from Nico O'Reilly. If you want to join the City Members Club, you can see these episodes extended and early. That penalty is absolutely amazing from Nico O'Reilly. We'll see you guys next time.